Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Anne from Better English with Anne, and today we're going to look at a very painful topic.
Ouch.
A lot of my students of different levels have the same difficulty with grammar parts. And this grammar part is prepositions, of course. There is good news and bad news regarding the prepositions. Let's start with the bad news. The bad news is that there are so many of them that it's literally impossible to fit them into one educational video or even in a course, really. But the good news is that some of them can be grouped into logical sequence. And today we're going to look at one of them.
Okay.
The prepositions we're going to look at today are in, on, and at. Let's start with the bottom one, at. Now, when do we use it?
I'm ready.
Now, we use at to speak about exact time. For example, at 5 o'clock, at 7:30.
Be back at 5.
Or when we have the word time, at bedtime, at lunchtime, at exact time.
3 pints each at lunchtime.
Also at sunset, at noon, at night.
Tomorrow night at sunset.
And when you have words like present or at the moment.
At that moment, I knew.
Everything refers to some exact moment in time. That's all used with at.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Now we use on with a little bit longer period of time. And basically in two cases, when you have date and when you have the word day. For example, on the 25th of August, on 10th of September 2020.
On the 15th of May.
That took place on September 3rd, highlighted.
September 21st, 1961.
Or when you have the word day. For example, on Monday, on birthday, on Thanksgiving Day, on International Women's Day. Every time you have the word day, you have to automatically use on.
On her birthday each year.
On Christmas Day.
And the last one, we use in with very long periods of time. For example, when we speak about some era, like in the Middle Ages.
And in the Middle Ages?
Or century, in the 21st century.
And now in the 21st century, it's time to stand up and realize.
Or decades, in the 90s.
This is how everybody's saying in the 90s.
Or a year, in 2021.
In the year 2020.
In seasons, in summer.
What frozen things do in summer.
And of course, in months, in January.
In January 1971.
As you can see, we went through very long periods of time to a shorter one, but it's still a long period of time.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Here is the final picture that you should remember. At the bottom, we have exact time, and we use with at. Moving on, we speak about a bit longer period of time, days and dates. And of course, with very long periods of time, we use in.
Well, it's really pretty simple.
Like any other rule in English language, there are certain exceptions. So let's have a look at them.
Bring it on!
The first exception is, of course, with the preposition at. So at, we already established that we use with exact time. However, when you speak about night, you will still use at. So please remember at night.
That goes away at night.
At night?
In UK, people say at weekends. They mean exact time. But in US, people say on weekends, meaning it's a day, right? So you have to logically use on. So both cases are okay. Just remember that it depends on the country.
Late at night, at the weekend.
Of course, on the weekend, there's no traffic.
And with in, the exception will be in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening.
In the morning. In the morning, Lieutenant.
No interviews until later in the evening.
And one more thing. You can also say in a week. I will meet you in a week, which means that we will meet after 1 week.
In a week or so.
Another interesting thing that you need to remember is that when you have two words, for example, Monday and evening, with Monday we use on, with evening we use in, which preposition you should use? Well, rule number 1, always pay attention to the first word. So Monday evening, logically, should be used with on.
The commissioner on Monday morning.
These cases are quite logical. Once you do understand them, it will be very easy for you to use them in the future. Good luck in your future studies and see you in my next videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya!
That was so easy.
Through phrases or words like at sunset, at noon, as you can see, we go from very long distances As you can see, we went through very long periods of time. As you can see, we went through very long periods of time.